Hey folks, this time we're going to make something called, well, it's a water pie with a twist, something that came out of the Great Depression. Yes, I said it, water pie. I know when I first heard it made no sense to me, but there is such thing. And it's so simple. But we're going to make the crust and all, except we're going to do a little twist and use Sprite instead. Says it comes out and gives it like a sugar cookie taste. Now, I've never made this, so you'll be making it along with me. And this should be interesting. See how it comes out. Said it comes out custard-like and all, but we'll see. So, without further ado, let's get into this. Show you what we got. Okay, first of all, we have a cup and a half of flour. I put just a little bit of sugar in it. And we're not going to put salt in it because we are using salted butter. Now this has already been frozen, so it's really cold to make our crust. We're just going to put this all in here. Like so. And then incorporate it. You've seen me make many pie crust and stuff before. This is no different. And you know, this is how we do it here on Tea Gardens in the Kitchen. Thanks for joining us. Let's see what we come up with. And folks, please don't forget to subscribe. It helps me out so much. Hit that like button. Let the algorithm know you like our content. It helps it get pushed. I'd sure appreciate that. And don't forget to do all the other stuff. You know, like share and comment and, you know, all that kind of stuff. Follow, all that kind of good stuff. So, sure would appreciate it. We'll get all this incorporated in here. Yes, we are still in the middle of our Depression era goodies. And this one has to be the most Depression era that I have seen yet. And we're going to see what we come up with. Like I said, this is the first time I've made it. You're here with me. And we'll see what we come up with. Making this crust is going to be the longest part of this, that's for sure. Because other than this, it's not but just a few ingredients that goes into our pie. Sprite, flour, sugar, water. That's about it. Maybe a little vanilla. I don't know. We'll see. Says you can put all kinds of twists on this, you know, cinnamon, vanilla, you know, whatever. But instead of just making the basic water pie, I wanted a little bit of a twist. I've made, I don't remember if I said Sprite or 7-Up. I'm not much of a Sprite person, so we're using 7-Up. If I said Sprite, I'm sorry. But yeah, we're using 7-Up. I made 7-Up cake. I've made LA cake, and they're all really good. We're getting there. It looks pretty good. It's pretty crumbly. It's like everything's always crumbly. Okay, and we have some ice cold water. We're going to put in this. Just till it sticks together and we can handle it by hand. And don't take much water. And I might already put too much. We'll find out. Yeah, I think we've already put too much water in. So we'll take care of that with a little bit more flour here. Just so we can work it with our hands here. And that's looking pretty good. Okay, we're just gonna put us some flour down here and roll out our crust. That looks big enough for two, but we don't need but one. So we'll see what we come up with here. See what we get here. See what we get here. It should be about there. Now we'll fold him up. Okay, I think this is a 8-inch, but this will be okay. It's a Tefal pie pan. I love my Tefal. Don't you guys? Are you guys a Tefal person? I sure am. Of course, you do have to watch what you get because some of it's better than others, like anything else. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now we're just going to go around the outside here and trim him off. Well, it'd be nothing perfect, of course. Okay. Now, I want to make our top here, pinching our fingers together. Now, there's one homemade pie shell. Okay. And now, we're just going to go around through here and do this just a little bit to keep our pie crust from puffing up on us. Okay, I'm going to pre-bake this for just a minute because I want to put this on the pan anyways. And we're just going to bake that just for a couple of minutes. Not long at all. And I'm actually going to keep its crust because I think this is enough to make another shell with. So I will just find a bowl of some sort like that and put that in there and put that in the refrigerator. Now we'll wait on our crust, our shell to set up just a little bit. I have been here lately. I have been making biscuits using mashed potatoes, leftover mashed potatoes. Have y'all ever heard or tried that one? Leave me a comment. Let me know if you have. I'm telling you, it sure makes a biscuit come out really, really good. Yes, it does. If you haven't tried it, try it. Because I'm telling you, it really, really works. Okay. that set up just a little bit. Now, I want to actually wrap the edge of my crust with aluminum foil because this has to bake a while. And we don't want our crust burning up. So we'll just go around through here and put us just a little bit of a wrap on our crust. Okay, now crust takes longer than anything, folks. Okay, now we need 1 cup of sugar. Whoops, something like that. And 1/4 of a cup of flour. Put some more flour in my flour bin. Okay. Now we're just gonna whisker this up. So we'll get our whiskers. We'll whisker it up. Like so. Okay, now we need 12 ounces, which will be 1.5 cups of 7-Up. 1. There we go. This is interesting, folks. We'll see how this comes out. But it takes a while. This is a timely deal, and we're going to sprinkle this over top of this. Like so. And we're not going to mix it or anything. And then we need 5 tablespoons of butter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right there. I'm gonna push it down in there just a little bit. You're not supposed to mix it, and I'm not. Just want to make sure it's all underwater. Okay. Now, I'm just going to take thin layers of butter and place over the top of it. It is 1930 all over again, folks. Except we have not come up with enough money to fix us a chocolate pie or, or a good cake or nothing. But we come up with enough money to buy a pop. And Grandma said instead of her drinking her part of the pop, she was going to take it and make the youngins a pie with it. She said it would be a surprise. And folks, that it will be. Okay. Now, it doesn't call for this, but Grandma actually had a little vanilla. She said the kids have been good, so let's give them a little bump in flavor, a little vanilla. Now we're going to put this in the oven. We got it on 400. We're going to bake it for 30 minutes, and then we're going to cut our oven back to 350, which for us is 300, and bake another 30 minutes. And then we have to take it out. But this is what it says. Have to take it out, let it cool for an hour, and then put it in the refrigerator and let it cool for another 2 to 3 hours. So it's a good thing Grandma was baking this for the kids to have after lunch or dinner tomorrow, or maybe even breakfast, because it's getting late, and by the time it's done, it'll be too late for a bite. So Grandma said she's gonna fix this, and then the kids are jumping up and down. They want a bite when it's done tonight, but Grandma said no. Said you can have some tomorrow for breakfast or after dinner. So Grandma speaks, everybody listens. Grandpa just says okay. So wait around, folks. Like I said, 30 minutes on 400, 30 minutes on 350. Then I'll show you what we've got. Stick around. It's going to be interesting. Okay, folks, I think it's done. And why do I think that? What do I say every time? I can smell it. And it's been an hour. So let's see what we got. Looks interesting. I'll say that. Definitely looks interesting. Looks different, I'll say that. But according to the directions, it's not done yet. Excuse me. It's got to sit out for an hour and cool, and then put it in the refrigerator 2 or 3 hours to let it completely set up, and then it's supposed to be done. So we'll let it do all that, and then we'll see what we got. But here is our 7-Up pie, water pie. And let's see what it looks like when it's time to get a bite. Till then, we'll be waiting. So don't go nowhere, folks. Stay with me. Here on Tea Gardens, in the kitchen, Depression era goodies. See you soon. Hey friends, Billy Tea Gardens back in the kitchen, and our Sprite pie, water pie, whatever you want to say it, is done. And well, though stuff I make usually doesn't come out wrong, it usually comes out right. I have to say this time it didn't come out right. And I think I must post or record my failures just as much as I do my successes. So as I told you when we started this, is the first time of doing this. It was an experiment on my part, and no, it did not come out right. Let me show you what we come up with, and I show you, and I'll tell you and show you why I think that. So here you are. Here is our spray pie, and it did not set up custard like. It set up more sugar like. Though it tastes pretty good, it didn't come out right. So, upon my research and studying, this is like the wacky cake. It cooks on science. And when I put my Sprite in, I put my flour and sugar in, and I pressed it down in there. And I don't think I was supposed to do that. And then I put my butter on top of it, and I think the butter is supposed to be grated. So I think we'll try that one again for my next video. See if it comes out right next time. Like I said, I've done some research, and this is what I found out. Put the liquid in, and then I'll mix my sugar and flour and use my sifter, and you just want that to set on top of it from what I read. And then freeze your butter and grate it so it sits on top of that. And then through the baking process, it's supposed to set up a custard. So, though that recipe didn't come out right, like I said, that's what we'll try next time, is another Sprite pie or water pie, and see if it comes out right. So, join us next time for Billy T Gardens here in the kitchen, saying thank you guys for subscribing, liking, sharing, following, turning on your notifications. Love you guys so much. Till next time, see ya.